Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to be doing a full face makeup tutorial using nothing over $10. So this is the look, so if you guys want to see how I did it, then just keep on watching. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face, and I'm going to be using the Milani Prime Perfection Face Primer. This is a $10 primer. And then for foundation today, I'm going to be using the Revlon Colorstay foundation. I always use the combination oily version because I just like the way that this one looks on my skin a little bit more than the dry version. I do sometimes use the dry version in the winter. I talk about this foundation all the time on my channel. This is one of my all-time favorite drugstore foundations. So this is a long wear foundation. It says that it's a 24-hour wear foundation. I've never worn it that long. I don't ever wear makeup that long, but it does last a really long time. And what I really like about it is that it doesn't like transfer. A lot of the times, like with drugstore foundations, I notice that if I like touch my face, it'll be like all over my hands, but once you set this, it doesn't really move. For concealer, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Full Coverage Concealer. You guys saw this concealer in one of my recent videos where I did like a first impressions makeup tutorial, and I really like this concealer. This is a $7 concealer, and I think I forgot to mention that the Revlon Colorstay foundation, I want to say is around like $10. To set my face, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. This powder is around $8. So whenever I was going through my makeup drawers to find all the products that I had that were around $10, I realized that I didn't have like an affordable bronzer. My only drugstore bronzer that I have is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which you guys know is my favorite bronzer of all time, but I think it's around like $14, so it's pretty expensive for a drugstore bronzer. So I'm gonna have to like improvise today, and I'm gonna be using a Makeup Geek single eyeshadow. This is in the shade of Barcelona Beach. I realized that I had this in my Z palette, and then whenever I looked it up, I saw that a lot of people use this to contour with, so I'm going to kind of use it to like bronze up my face and contour as well. So the Makeup Geek single shadows are around $6, so this actually worked a lot better than I was expecting it to. It actually looks really good, so I'm super impressed by that. So for blush, I'm going to be using the Milani Romantic Rose Blush. This is one of my favorite blushes. I really like to wear this shade for every day. I just feel like it looks good with so many different looks, and this blush is $7. For highlighter, I'm going to be using one of my favorite highlighters ever, and this is also by Milani. This is their Instant Glow Powder in the shade 01. It's just like a super pretty, like peachy champagne gold color. So moving on to the eyes, today I'm going to be using the Bad Habit After Hours palette. I do have a video on this palette. It is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette, and this palette is only $10, so it's a super awesome deal. You can buy this on the Shop Hush app. So I'm first going to take the shade Powder Room, and I'm going to use this to set all over my lid. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Flushed on a Morphe E27 brush, and I'm just going to put this all throughout my crease. Next, I'm going to pick up a little bit of Cabernet, and I'm going to first put this on my outer corner, and then I'm going to start to blend it into my crease. Now I'm going to use the shade Hickey to deepen up my outer corner, and I'm just using a Morphe R35 brush. Now that I've placed that dark shade on my outer corner, I'm going to be using my Sigma E25 brush to blend it out. Moving on to my lids, I'm first going to pick up the shade Clutch, and I'm going to put this on the inner half of my lid. So I did use my finger, but I want it to be like a little bit more like metallic looking. So I'm going to spray my Morphe R42 brush with my Maybelline Master Fix Wear Boosting Setting Spray. And then on the outer half of my lid, I'm going to be picking up the shade Gossip. Now I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of the shade Hickey on my Sigma E25 brush, and I'm going to use this to blend out my outer corner with that lid shade. Moving on to my lower lash line, I'm going to go back in with the shade Flush, and I'm going to blend this all underneath my lower lash line. Now I'm going to be using my Morphe M432 brush, and I'm going to pick up the shade Hickey, and I'm going to press this directly onto my lower lash line. To highlight my inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to go back in with that Milani highlighter that I used on my face. So I am going to be applying some false lashes today, so I'm first going to go in with some mascara. For my top lashes, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. And then for my bottom lashes, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. So the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara is $7.99, and then the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara is $10. These are my favorite mascaras. I use them in almost every single one of my videos. Before I apply lashes, I'm going to quickly fill in my brows, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Frame and Set. This is like their pomade, and mine's in the shade Light Brunette. Now this is like a different price on different websites that I looked. So they have it for $7 at Target, and then it's $10 at Walmart. So I guess it really just depends where you buy it for how much it costs. For lashes, I'm going to be using these Kiss lashes. These are in the style Midnight. Alright, to finish off this look, I'm going to be using this Pacifica Natural Lipstick. This is just like a super pretty mauve shade. Alright, so as you can see, it's just like a super pretty, like pinky mauvey nude. These are super creamy. I really like these a lot. And these are super easy to like throw in your purse or travel with. They're super comfortable on the lips as well, and they are opaque. They do sell these at Ulta for $10. Alright, so this is the completed look. I'm super happy with how it came out. I want to do more videos like this in the future. I'm thinking the next one's going to be like a full face with a nothing over $7. So I'm going to go a little bit cheaper each time. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will link all of the products that I mentioned in this video in my description box below, and I also have links to my Instagram and Twitter accounts there if you guys want to follow me on those as well. And before you leave, don't forget to click the bell next to the subscribe button so you guys can receive notifications of when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching.